Coach, great win again at Dayton. 6-game win streak here. You got Rhode Island. Let's talk about the win this weekend and how we match up with Rhode Island.
You know, just really proud of our guys. You know, it's cliche after a great win, but we just hung in there and we found a way on the road to get a tough win. And a lot of credit to Coach Grant and his team at Dayton. We got up and had control of the game and the momentum of the game, and you knew they were going to make a run. I just didn't know it would be that long of a run, and I just thought our guys hung in there, and then down the stretch we made enough plays on offense to get the lead back, and then we made one more play on defense that we needed to make to win the game to secure the win.
Based on what you've seen from this team this year, did you ever get the sense that you guys were not going to lose the game after giving up the lead?
Yeah, I love our fight. I think we have a competitive spirit, a competitive edge is what I call it. That we're just going to grind and fight like crazy. And I've been saying that you have to, if you want to win and you want to win big and you want to have some games maybe that not going your way, you got to fight. And we talked about that since the day I got here, and we're gonna work really hard, and we're gonna fight for everything within our culture and within our program, and then it's eventually going to carry over to games, and you're going to fight to find a way to win a game. And that's sort of what happened on Saturday at a really tough place to play.
What was your message to the guys getting back, watching that film, just about the second half, things that can maybe improve to kind of shorten a run that was coming at some point?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is don't stop doing what got you that lead. And sometimes you see it all the time when you watch enough games. You get a lead and everybody takes a deep breath, and man, when everyone takes one at the same time, that doesn't help you. It puts you back on your heels. And I just thought we weren't attacking. We were playing like get the clock to keep going, and that's not our style. And I told our guys that we won the game, so we found a way to win. Great, but now let's really learn from that. And there's another example where I think we can still get better. We have a lead now. Let's kick it in even more and play with even more energy and using our bench. The one thing I thought in the second half, even when they made their run, we went to our bench. Our bench did a good job of holding it a little bit. And it got our starters and some of the guys we need to get back in the game later in the game had some more wind, and I think that was huge.
You talked about some of the competitive edge you fight you guys have shown, but did you learn anything new about the group this game, like showing that medal again late, Isaac hitting the free throws, and then
yeah, nobody talked about IV's free throws except me. I mean, you talk about, that was big time. He had some stones for sure. I was so proud of him, but he works really hard on his game, and he's calm and cool out there. He is that edge, that competitive edge. But to go to the line in an arena like that, it was pretty loud, and there was nothing but the bottom of the net, both of them. So it says a lot about him and his confidence and his self-confidence. But all the guys too felt really good. They were, I didn't see anybody nervous when he went to the line. He's made those before, but they were the biggest ones he probably made in his career. It was great. That's the next step for him as well. I thought late in the game, nobody panicked. I thought DJ brought a calming effect and demeanor. He was telling everybody hang in there and pulling the huddle together and all that stuff. And late in the game on the road, when they have all the momentum and you see your team with tight huddles and smiling and telling each other we're good, and then they follow through with that, that's a big step for us, without a doubt.
What did Marcus show you down the stretch Saturday?
Well, I've seen that before from him. You have seen it as well. I don't think he played a great floor game. He knows that. I think at times when we got that lead, he was one guy that relaxed, and he's not a relaxed player. He got to keep attacking and keep getting after it. And I thought he played a really good defense on Crutcher for all the minutes he was in there. I think that was huge throughout the game. But I love that even though he didn't have a great floor game, late in the game, he had the ball in his hands. We ran some good stuff. He got downhill a couple of times, and as you guys all know, he can make some plays at the rim.
And he's played well, especially recently for Rhode Island. We kind of seen his recent games since you guys played up there.
Well, they're looking for him more, without a doubt, and he's stepping away and really really isolating in space. So he's hard to guard one-on-one, and he has such a quick finish. I mean, getting off his feet, finding different ways to finish with different hands. So we just got to make his catches really tough. We got to not allow him to have so much space. And then when he's going to the rim, make sure we're defending him, staying between him and the rim, because he's so good at angles and edges where he could finish. So, he's played really well for them, and he has a nose for the ball. I think they all do. One thing about Rhode Island is they really go after the offensive glass, and they really go after loose balls that turn into baskets. And we got to make sure we take that. Those are stats we got to try to win.
The last loss for the streak, was that a turning point for you guys? Did you see anything different in the guys from that point after that loss that made you say, okay, maybe things are looking up and lead to the 6-game win streak?
Well, when we got back from Rhode Island, the guys had a team meeting, no coaches. It was just them, and they talked about a bunch of stuff. And from there, I think we've had more of their attention. They've been more locked in, especially in the scouting report and the game plan. And they're holding each other more accountable, which is what you do as the year goes on, and you're having success, but you can have more, and I think that has helped them. That meeting they had after that game, we went up there and we played well early in the game, but we didn't play well, and we fought the game, and because of our competitive edge and the way we go at it, you got to still play the game the right way, and I think we learned that. And we've had some success since then because of that. That really created awareness within our team and holding each other accountable. Like, we got to do better than that. That can't happen anymore.
What is really said about the kind of offensive play, especially when you look at the first half at Dayton and into the second half and the game previous? You guys are really kind of picked up and leading the league in scoring in conference play. So, what are just overall? Marcus mentioned that guys getting more comfortable. What have you seen in offense?
Yeah, I just think all year long we've gotten better and better offensively. Guys knowing their offensive roles. I think we're not pounding the ball on the floor and watching certain guys just stand there and dribble. I think the ball is hotter. When we're very efficient, we have a lot of assists, and we also call them hockey assists, where guys get that ball hot, and then the defense is scrambling. They're playing from behind. They're trying to run the ball down, and that's where we have guys that can shoot it in, but also can drive closeouts and attack. Teams have trouble playing zone against us because our numbers are really good against zones because we do a great job passing it. So I think we're doing a better job using each other to get the best shot we can. Sometimes it's going inside, sometimes it's driving inside, sometimes it's reading the ball screen the right way, reversing the ball. We're just getting better and better at it as we move along, which is what you're supposed to do as the season goes on.
The players were talking a little bit about after the Richmond game, the fact that you guys don't have to leave the state until the A-10 tournament. How much of that? How big of a deal is that for you guys, especially after the win against Dayton? That until the A-10 tournament, you guys are in this state.
I didn't even know until they brought it up to me yesterday. It's good. I mean, one thing I think the guys love. You want the players to sleep in their own beds as much as they can and stick to their routine. Honestly, for me, I think it's great because we have more time here with the guys. They have more academic time with Miss Sophia and doing what they're supposed to do. It doesn't mess up their daily schedule. So that routine as a coaching staff, I think, is great. But it's a what's next mentality. What's next? Okay. And we break it down as simple, and the guys laugh at me, but I keep it simple to them. You get up in the morning with an awesome attitude. You go to class. You're on time. You got your homework. You got to knock it out. You got your tutoring. You knock it out. You get to practice. Have the best practice of the season. Stick around and shoot them in, and then take care of your bodies. Eat the right way, and then let's do it again tomorrow. And they smile at me and laugh at me, but they know that formula works if you approach it that way every day. And I think they see that. And it's maturity. I think our guys have maturity. So staying in state is great. We're here. Even the coaches, we're in our own bed. That's great. So we can stick to our routine more. But it's still, it's what we do that day to get better and prepare for the next one. So it's one day at a time. The next game mentality. We play a team that beat us, and we know we have our hands full because they're a very good team. They have very good players. That program has won a lot. They know how to win. They know how to win on the road. So we got to be ready to go. But the only thing that matters right now is we got to have a great practice and prepare the right way to be ready to play Rhode Island, and we'll get ready for the next one after that.
How different are the two teams from that last meeting?
You know, I think we've had some guys mature over the last 10 games. You know, you could say 6 games we won, but the last 10 games, I think we've had some guys really step up and mature and really fit into their roles. That has really helped us. You know, I think the thing with Rhode Island is they're a scary team because they have some really good players, but they have some young guys too, like we do, and so there's inconsistency without a doubt. But they're also a team that can beat anybody in the league, and they've showed that they've already done it. So, you know, I have mad respect for what Coach Cox is doing and how their team plays, and they got ability and they have the mentality that, you know, they're going to come in here and try to beat us. So we got to be ready.
What are you looking for out of the guys? You know, now you're in that final month stretch of, you know, as the regular season ends. Are you kind of where you wanted to be at this time?
Oh, well, coaches never. You're never where you want to be. You want more, and I tell them that all the time. I still think we can get a lot better. I really do, and that's just not coach talk. I think there's things that we can really get better down the stretch here. We got to have a singular focus of getting better every day. The guys know that. We've improved the last month. This past month, I thought we improved a lot. I thought guys individually improved and like more comfortable in what we need out of them in their playing time. So why can't we do that for the next month? That's got to be our mentality. Even if, you know, no matter what, you win the next one or the next two or you have a hiccup, you got to keep getting better because we've shown as we are about that getting better, we're prepared and ready to go.
6-game win streak. You know, any superstitions or rituals kind of come into play?
I know coaches and some of our guys are. I don't have one. I don't have one. I never have. I guess I'm just boring or different. I don't know. But I just never have. And I know when I was assistant here, everybody had, all the coaches had them. I'm good.
Game, you're deaf, being able to wear teams down each game. But is there a cumulative effect, like positive effect for you guys? Like guys are playing less minutes overall, so maybe at this point in the season, your bodies feel a little bit better than maybe.
I think so. And we're not practicing like we are in preseason, and you're playing a lot of guys. So the day after practice, you know, you want to know how the bodies are feeling. But because of so many guys playing, I think that has helped the body and the mind as much. I don't think we're as mentally tired as we were this time last year because guys were playing through injuries and playing so many minutes. So I think that has been huge. I also think there's certain guys like Marcus Evans, certain times we got to pull him out, give him a day off practice. We've done it with some other guys as well. But you're not missing much in practice because other guys are stepping in. And you know, what's great is when we have Marcus out of practice, P.J. Bird is getting all those reps. That has shown up in the last month of the season, as well as some other guys. So we're going to continue that formula as we move along. I think it's huge. You know, the one thing what I love is we have guys that want to play more minutes this late in the year, and they're fighting for them in practice, and they're competing. And then, you know, that's the culture we want every day.
Yeah, a month left before Selection Sunday. When is it, I guess, the time when the coaches or maybe the players amongst themselves start talking about Selection Sunday and looking at mock brackets and things like that?
Well, you're not going to hear me talk about it. This might be the only time. Because that stuff will take care of itself. We take care of it today. And I've always been like that. And when I remember being at Randolph-Macon, we were #1 in the country, and we didn't talk about that. How much better can we get today? And I really believe that. And if you're about all the right stuff, let's go to work today, and that stuff will be there for us. And we'll be not just be there for us, but we'll be prepared for it. So, you know, that's what you're going to get from me. But I really believe that. And, you know, I was fortunate when I was here as an assistant, and at Randolph-Macon, we've had some awesome years. Those teams took on that identity that I believe in. Just let's take care of today. Let's compete at the highest level today, be an unbelievable teammate, and win the next game. and then that will be there in the end, and that's going to be the approach all the time. And guys know because I want their best every day, and that's not giving your best if you're thinking about stuff you can't even control.
Other reporters work on a story about this. I want to get your thoughts. Have you noticed kind of shooting being prioritized for guards? I'm sure that it kind of changes the offers the guys are getting. You know, maybe
what are you trying to say?
Or
you can't shoot?
No. Well, like, you know, just traditional like get to the hoop guard versus a guard who has some shooting. You know, like vary the type of offers they get because of the way the game is kind of evolving. You know?
Oh, absolutely. Because of the way the game is being played now and the spacing. Everybody's looking for, well, you're looking for shooters that can also play at this level. There's, Logan Rhodes can really shoot it at 15. I'm not sure he can play at this level, right? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure we get find shooters that also can play and do other things. But I think that's a major premium, especially if you want to play fast and you want to spread people out. And you have to have guys that can keep you honest from out there. And it's a huge bonus. It's a huge bonus. Plus, it seems like everybody's shooting a lot of threes. So you want to get makers, not just takers. So I say that all the time. As we recruit guys, we want to make sure everybody can take shots, but we got to make sure we're always getting makers. And I think all over the country, everybody's trying to find a best shooter that can play for them as well. Does that answer it? Yeah. Off.